Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Morning. Another nice sunny day. Quite chilly. Nice enough to come outside and do some wrenching. Gonna try to put a further dent into my collection of 10 or 15 push mowers. Get them ready for the anticipated sale and demand of lawnmowers. So we're gonna see in my pile which is the nicest condition one with a bagger that I can fix relatively easily. What do we have here? We've got one here that has a bagger. However, this bagger is pretty interchangeable with most craftsmen, so we don't necessarily have to use this. Plus, this deck is done. Not to mention these wheels suck. It is self-propelled though, which is a shame. This one here's one of those big craftsmen's. I like them a lot. Unfortunately, you can tell right away that that bagger on that craftsman is not going to fit on this one, because this one has the bracket on the top where the bagger is designed that has two little studs sticking out and hang on here. That one's not like that. So I don't think I have a bagger for this, so we'll put this off. Here's a Honda. This is one of two that I planned on making 1 out of 2. One has a bad motor, the other one has a bad transmission. So we'll try to make 1 out of 2, but this is like a significant job, so we're not going to touch that yet. You got a Troy Bilt one over here. This one has a lot of issues, okay? Cable's gone. This one is also one of those ready start versions, right? Usually I just remove all that stuff because they never really work and nobody really uses it all that often. Plus we're missing the module here, so there's a lot of stuff missing. I think also this front transmission is frozen and seized. It hasn't moved since I got it, but it has good wheels and stuff. This is a significant repair. We're not going to touch that. Got 3 tractors I need to fix, maybe 4. Here's the other Honda I was talking about. This one I think might run. I'm not sure. This is an old Toro that is just a push mower. It's in bad shape, whatever. This one looks okay, but it doesn't have a bag. Troy Bilt with a Honda engine on it. Push mower looks to be, if you look at that door, right, the discharge door, it looks just like the other one, which means that that bagger might fit on this one. We'll think about this for a second. This is one of those Scotts by John Deere. Doesn't have a bag. It's the complicated kind with the first generation quantum engine, which is kind of a pain in the ass to fix sometimes. So I don't really want to fix that. Ooh. Look at this lawn boy. This lawn boy has a bagger. Wheels look pretty good. Ooh. This one comes with whoppers. Oh, we gotta fix the one that comes with whoppers. This is missing the cover here, which is difficult to find. I might have an extra in my shed. This is the Kohler XT 6.5. It's a 20-inch deck lawn boy. It's pretty popular. It's almost the same as a Toro recycler. Looks like it's just missing a handle for the pull rope, and I'm pretty sure the carburetor is going to need cleaning. It doesn't look like this has been used for a while. This also is missing the bail handles, which is a problem because it's not exactly easy to find these because this handle is more narrower. I have to think about this. Well, if I can't get the bail handles for this, that's going to be a deal killer, you know what I mean? I guess let's mosey on over to the shed and see if I can find some bail handles for that. Like I said, the Toros and the Lawn Boys have a more narrower length of bail handle, so that may or may not fit. If I can't find that, I'm not going to fix that one. But I think I do have. Oh, some of you guys wanted to see where I get all my parts. I've got bins everywhere full of parts. I mean, just like too much. I mean, I've been selling a lot, but sometimes when somebody buys something, I can't even find it, you know, which is no good. No good. So I've got drawers here filled with different parts. Ooh, look. Oh. So this is just the base. It doesn't have the cover. Like I said, the cover is always missing. So you know what? I don't think I could, if I don't have that cover, I don't want to go and buy one, you know what I mean? I just don't. I'm not going to spend $10, $20, $30 on something that I could get maybe $150 for. So I just look at the handle, all right? This looks like the kind of handle for the Lawn Boys and the Toros. But not exactly. And if you trace it down here, this is also missing the bail handle. See? There's no bail handle in. Oh, so it's got the bottom one. Okay, the rear self-propelled one it has. But it's missing that one too, so it's missing too many parts, so I can't fix it. So because of the handle, because of no cover, I would have to spend money to get this going. If this started up just fine and all that, it might be a different story to consider, but we don't even know if it works, you know what I mean? So we'll put this off for later. Also, you would need to get a new bail handle cable too, so quite a lot of expense to try to fix this. Sometimes you gotta weigh it and see whether or not it's worth it or not. Let me try to get this out and see if this one's a better candidate. Okay, so this is a Bilt push mower. Good wheels, free rolling, has the cover, looks in good shape. Glistening of some fuel, which is bad, because you don't want any fuel to be in there. You want it to be dry. Why is it so difficult sometimes? Okay. Everything looks complete. Cover's there, no rust, just kind of dirty. Has the pull rope, has the bail handle, and the cable is good. So we've got all the indications that this might be a really good candidate. Let's see if it pulls free. Free! And it is, and it does pull free. Okay, now, bagger. Will this bagger fit on that? It does not. It's too narrow. Is this one good? Or is this the same? Looks kind of nice. Ooh, wait a minute. Ooh! Sort of fits. It wants to fit. Maybe because it's just nope, I don't think it'll fit. I mean, it fits like that, but it's not designed for it. It's close, but no cigar. Alright, well maybe we'll have to just fix this without a bagger. Okay, so I've made my decision. We're gonna try to fix this one today. Yes, even without a bagger, because it's in decent shape. Shout out to Joe Sanchez from Hondo, Texas, for buying 7 of my stickers. Really appreciate the support. If you guys would like a Mowers and Blowers sticker to show your appreciation, contribute to the channel. Buy a sticker. Well, all right. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take this off. Looks like the choke lever is like that. There we go. Yep. Choke is open. We're gonna spray some of this Sure Start. It's 50% ether. It's like starting fluid from Lucas Oil Products. Stick it all the way through. Pretty much like bypassing the carburetor, if you will. Just take it into the intake manifold. Now we're gonna close the choke. Right? Okay, so choke is closed. We'll give it a couple of pulls, and we'll see if this engine turns over. Because if it turns over, it's got hope, you know. But if it doesn't even turn over, you got other issues. Like no spark or something. So it's a Honda engine. Ooh, I should check the oil. I always forget to do that. We checked, there was no gas in it, right? Ugh. Its oil is full, but it's black. Did I check the oil? I mean, in the gas? Yes, we did. All right, let's see if it turns over. I see smoke coming out of the muffler, and the recoil starter needs some attention. I can hear that it's popping a little. All right, there you go. Engine sounds good, you know, just from that turning over sound, you can tell that the engine's in good shape, you know. So I think it may be just a carb clean. Let's drop the bowl and see. Dismantle the box. I've got plenty of boxes. This way we don't drip fluid or oil on your driveway. The dipstick's on my right side here, so we can tilt it towards the right side without flooding the carburetor or the air filter with oil. It's got no gas in it, so we don't need to worry about that. Let's get a wrench and drop the bowl to that. It's probably a 10 millimeter. Okay, here we go. I've got a nice view for y'all. You guys have to be able to see exactly what I'm doing, right? Give you some good shots. I've got a magnetic holder on my GoPro, so it allows me to stick it anywhere I want. Hey Henry, I know where you can stick it. Oh yeah? Stick this. Son of a gun. And of course yesterday I was working on my golf cart and I hurt me pinky. So it's very painful, and whenever I bump it somewhere, I'm like, oh man, that sucks. I should have used a ratchet for this, shouldn't I? This is going to be a very bad carburetor. You know why? Look at the thread so far. That's the reason why it's taking me so long to get this nut out, is because you can see all the corrosion on here. So that it's not getting any gas for sure, and this bowl is going to be filled with dried up, corroded gas. Let's tap this a little. Might not be heavy enough. There we go. Broke the seal of the gasket, and there's not going to be any fluid, and it's binding right here, see? And I don't know why. Oh, holy cow. Oh boy, that's terrible. Or like they say in France, that's terrible. Yeah, that's bad, man. This has not been used in a long ass time. Here. You guys see that? I'm surprised that the float is actually free moving. So this carburetor is going to be either need to be replaced or cleaned big time. Why can't they make it easy for me? I guess if it was easy, everybody'd be doing it. Well, everybody is doing it. Let me get some 10 millimeter sockets, and we're going to get this air cover off, take the carburetor off. With the Hondas, pain in the ass. Yeah, I remember. It's like a sandwich. Long stuff that hold the carburetor in, but once you take it off, carburetor and like 1,000 spacers are around there, and it'll all fall apart. You guys yell at me, Henry, why don't you ever use your damn trays? Okay, I'm using it now. Alright, so watch. I'm going to pull these long studs out, forget about it. Now you're screwed. The whole thing will just... There's a vent hose there somewhere. There we go. Just pull on it. Pull. There it is. You can't even see it. You take your needle nose, you put it there, turn it. There's your cover. Gasket's good. Remember the orientation. Put it down like that. Oh, this is different. It's got a plate over here. Wonderful. Alright, let's take the plate off. 10mm over here. Let's pivot the plate. Remember, this one differs from the other three we took out. So you just remember the medium-sized one is for the plate. Be careful with the plate because it's attached to the spring to the governor. And there's the carburetor. Let's disconnect the fuel line. Of course, you need a curved kind to do it. Okay, we remove that fuel line. Now the linkage. Got a small little wire one here. Let that hang. Is this a Z-bend? It is a Z-bend. There we go. See that? Small wire, thin tension wire is what it's called, and a Z-bend over here. Just lay that over there. Don't move it around. Here's the carburetor attached to the metal gasket heat shield is what it is. There's a spacer that's stuck to it, okay? Remember the orientation to it? It's stuck on here. Remove the pin, float, needle. Looks okay actually. Let me see if I have one of these carburetors. If I do, we'll just swap it. So I've got one from HOLOGRAM, okay? It looks like it's the exact same carburetor, except the top part. You notice that this thing has a thing sticking out? Well, that is designed for this part here, plus your choke mechanism. So that's very important. You could actually take the choke flap out, remove this assembly and put it back on here, but the spring is very tricky, and if you don't do it just right, you'll F it up. Also, this top part here differs a little bit as well. Little bit, not a lot. So should I just try to clean this, or should I just try to use this? So I removed the spacer and the heat shield from here just to see what it looks like on that side, and they're exactly the same. They're identical. Identical. So I think that and this bad one here, the old one, look at inside there. That corrosion is pretty bad in there. It'll take a bit to clean this up. Not to mention, if you see the gasket here, gasket's busted anyway. So I might as well just use, and it's so brittle, look. So I might as well just use the new carburetor, you know, and try to remove this top choke mechanism and put it on that one. But I want to study the way the spring goes, because once you take it off, you're going to lose the tension of the spring, and you need to have the spring put on just right, otherwise it won't do this. It won't pop back like that. So I'm going to study it a little bit, and then I'm going to try to swap this part to that part, and then we'll use the new carburetor from HIPA360.com. My wound has opened up. Anyway, so I removed it, right? And I was trying to stuff it in here. The holes for this HIPA one is not big enough. I need to try to, and I need this. I need that part right there, right? So, I mean, I suppose I could have just put like a metal stud into this hole, but that's more trouble, you know? And, well, now this is kind of a lot of trouble. But I need to open this up, because if you tried to stuff that in there, it's not even going to move, you know? So this hole is drilled too small, or the Honda one is too thick for the HIPA one. So I'm going to get a drill bit that's a little bit bigger than that and open this hole up a little so that it slides in easily and moves freely. So this drill bit fits perfectly in there, right? The next size up doesn't fit in there. But I think that if I just put it in here and move it around laterally like that, it'll grind out some bits on the side that will allow it to go in. At least I'm going to try that first, without having to take a much bigger drill bit and drilling out the entire hole to make the hole too big, you know? So we'll put that in here and just give it a try, just to see what happens, you know? Alright. We're just going to go in like that. Just move it around. Let's see if that works. Let's see if this slides in easily now. No, still doesn't. See, I'm getting, it goes in, but it's quite a bit of resistance. So if you can't even push that in, it's not going to turn. It's not going to move, you know. Nope, still, damn. I'm gonna have to open up a little bigger. So I'll get back to you when I have this right. There we go, it worked. I have the original choke mechanism and flap onto the new carburetor. So now, when I put it on just to try, it goes like this, right? This thing here, this lever, is on this side. So when you engage the choke, it closes. And then whatever it does after you start it, it slowly moves open. So I think that'll work. The other one here is different, differs a little bit from the original one, but after studying it, it does the same thing, you know? We're going to put the heat shield here, kind of match it up to the holes. It just sits there like that. That's why it's so difficult to put this on sometimes. Carburetor goes like that. Kind of line it up. Before you do that, let's get this linkage in here. Oh shit, I don't remember if the little one was there or which hole was it, you know what I mean? If you look at the original one here, it's also the same. It's the same size hole. So I don't know. I would say that the throttle one is the outer. You know what? No, now I remember. I had to disconnect that one first, so the tension one is on the outer. I could just look at the video of it. But I'm pretty sure that's right. Line that up. Make sure that this thing is on this side, because when you choke it, it turns like that. What a pain, huh? And then let me put this on here like that. Put the studs through. Let me check out the gaskets. Like I said, they have different versions of this. Some with the plate, some without the plate, some with a huge sandwich with with like 2 or 3 spacers, and it's designed for that. I'm going to look at the original carburetor here, at the original gasket, and you try to match that up. That's not it. That's not it. This one here, the square one, that takes the place of that big shield there. The original one didn't have it, so we're not putting it on. This one, does that look like it? Actually, this one looks more like it. There we go. Is that it? That's the one, right? We'll use that gasket. Okay, not for nothing, guys. That sucked, but I think I got it on right. I had to do it a couple times. Choke opens and closes. Guess the next thing we got to do is put some gas in it. It's dry. Hopefully it'll be clean. That ought to be enough to test. I hope it doesn't leak. There is a fuel shutoff over here and it is on. What do you guys think? Think that'll start? Let's choke it. And then when you engage the handle, it does something to the choke lever or whatever. Like it's under pressure or something. And once you start it, it should move by itself to run. I heard a pop. sounds great, but that choke handle is not moving by itself to run. It should, and that's why some black smoke is coming out. It's from it running it too rich. And then it won't start again unless you have it on choke. Runs really nice though. I'm gonna spray some lubricant around there, see if that helps. I have filters, but this one just needs a little cleaning because it's not dirty. Just has a little bit of debris in there. So you just bend it. There's a little bit of dust in there, that's all. This works fine, we'll just keep it in there because it's not dirty, it's just dusty. If it doesn't work, then we'll put a new filter in. But if it works, don't fix it. Okay, I sprayed some lubricant in this area. Also, recoil starter also. It's on choke. That's great. You guys saw that? Sprayed a little bit of lubricant around that choke area. And what happens is, once you put it the choke, you engage the bail handle, you put some kind of a spring pressure on this lever, and then it kind of pulls it that way. Once the engine starts, it slowly moves to run, and then it runs perfectly. Always starts on one pull now. Recoil starter is good too. So really cool. Yes, it doesn't have a bag, which I'm a little disappointed in, you know, because this would really fetch good money if you had a bag, right? I know some people don't even use a bag, you know what I mean? But they like the idea of buying something that's complete, that has the bag if you chose to use it, you know? Nevertheless, the deck is in good shape, good wheels, the whole thing is in good shape, you know? And the big selling point is the Honda GX or GCV160. It's like the most common push mower Honda engine that they make for push mowers, you know? It's a good engine, it's a pain to work on, but that's with all Honda stuff that I've had experience with. I've never liked working on Honda stuff because you've got to be like a rocket scientist. It's so overly engineered. They're great when they work, and they work really well when they work. But if something goes wrong with it, man, it's hell to fix it, you know? This is one of the harder sandwich carburetor, air filter base, air filter cover, gasket, spacer type combinations. It was a pain, okay? But with the carburetor that we got from HIPA 360, there's a lot of versions of it. This version didn't have that plastic tab that went upwards. There's a few versions of it, but it's essentially the same carburetor. So if you swap out the parts and stuff to match exactly what you need, obviously you can see we didn't have to clean that carburetor. We had that carburetor working just fine. So pretty stoked. I'm going to keep this in my garage, and when it becomes time to sell lawnmowers on a regular basis, I have like 2 or 3 that I've already fixed that's in the garage, taking up space. But I'll whip out the power washer when it comes time to start thinking about selling lawnmowers, because right now it's still March 1st. So we'll clean them up, we'll take some pictures, we'll sell them, hopefully we'll get them sold. Normally a push mower, I'd get like 100, 125 for it if it's in really good shape. This is in really good shape, and it's a Honda engine. So without the bagger though, I would normally get 150, I think, 175. But because it doesn't have a bagger, I'd be happy with 125 because it's a Honda engine, you know what I mean? And that's a big selling point. Everything else is in great shape, you know? Pretty stoked. Thanks a lot for joining me on today's HIPA 360 carburetor Honda GCV160 engine carburetor replacement. It was a pain, but it works great. Thanks a lot for joining me. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
Hey, you guys enjoy the video, remember to give me a like. Also, comment below. Subscribe. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free, right? Also, hit that little bell. That way you'll get post notifications whenever there's a new video and you won't miss out on any of them. Remember to follow my Instagram and Facebook, as well as if you'd like to donate $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowers and blowers. Really appreciate all the support. Also, to keep the videos coming every day, support the channel. Bye.